The Dalai Lama's special envoy, Lodi Gyari, says China must bear full responsibility for last month's anti-government protests in Lhasa, Tibet's capital.
Tibet has become, particularly in the last few weeks, in every sense, an occupied nation, brutally occupied by the armed forces.
Gyari spoke Thursday at a Congressional Human Rights Caucus briefing in Washington. He called on U.S. lawmakers to visit Lhasa and push for an international investigation into the violence there. He added that the United States should establish a diplomatic presence in Lhasa. Chinese officials blame the Dalai Lama for orchestrating the recent anti-Chinese riots. They say the Dalai Lama and his followers seek independence for Tibet and want to disrupt the Beijing Olympic Games in August. Gyari says the Dalai Lama opposes violence and does not want independence for Tibet. Rather, he says the Dalai Lama seeks a dialogue with Beijing on how to achieve what he calls genuine and meaningful autonomy for Tibetans. Gyari says the Dalai Lama does not support a boycott of the Olympics because the Games could be a source of pride for many ordinary Chinese. But Gyari adds that he personally believes the Olympic torch should not be carried through Tibet.
This idea of taking the torch through Tibet, I really think should be cancelled. Precisely because the games go well, because that would be very, deliberately provocative and very insulting after what had happened.
Meanwhile, in Beijing, U.S. Treasury Secretary Henry Paulson said he expressed concern to Chinese officials about the violence in Tibet. Paulson said during his visit to Beijing Wednesday that he appealed to Chinese officials to seek a peaceful resolution of the unrest through dialogue. The Chinese government on Thursday defended its crackdown in Tibet. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Jiang Yu.
We hope the international community, including the U.S., can respect the truth that violent crimes happened in Lhasa.
Jiang says the Chinese government has no regrets about its actions in Tibet. China plans to reopen the region to foreign tourists on May 1st. Leta Fincher, VOA News.